ngumu kwanza kudisi mtu na unaimba R&B. I hate you. Doesn't sound good.
Kiangalia hip hop. Ule presenter tukua tunategemea as hip hop artist mwenye ataputa music out there. Unfortunately saya yuko. Which ni Ruby, Miss Ruby. Shout out to her.
Mimi naona ina move fit. Kwanza Kenya tumeanza kwenda direction nyingine tofauti.
Getting a link, accessing it through some different type of way. But for you to get that access, you have to pay for it.
Gotta stack up the dough. Gotta break rules on the low. Gotta make moves on the low. Don't let your enemies know. Get it, stack up the dough. Yeah.
If you want me, come for me. I got enemies on their knees. And I'm living comfortably. I don't mind no company.
I just get it, stack up the dough.
This is the 1960 broadcast. As always, I'm your host Baniani Mbaya with my friends here.
Fresh all day.
Leo sounds, yani leo ni leo. Asema kesho ni mwongo. Let's get it.
Unajua Leo amechange character.
Manze.
You should now address him as Ras Leo.
Ras Leo, manze.
Yeah.
Mtachekizo manywele Tranville. Later on kutakuwa na unveiling.
Rebrand 2026 by the watch out for that, man.
True.
Yeah. Some things are about to change, lakini you tutaongea baadaye. For now we have some other issues to address.
Nimeshindaje lakini wiki yenyewe imekuwa
shinda fiti labda
mimi wiki yangu imekuwa poa slow. Unajua nika December manze tunajaribu kuisongesha hii tuongeje mwaka mpya, lakini mwaka imekimbia though.
Kwanza hii date kwenye imekimbia. Dogo December 1st tena December 5th 20th
ndio tumeshafika, mwaka imeisha hivyo. Sijui time ilianza kutuchapia wapi. Leo tuko na topic nyingine interesting sana, ni juu ya the music industry ya Kenya. The funny thing, sisi wote hapa vile tumekaa hivi tuko one way or another intermingled na the music industry ya Kenya. So through that nimeona vitu mingi. This time nimecheki Soulfest inafanyika. Nimesikia imekuwa big. Kuna ya VIP ndio imefanyika. Sasa hii regular ndio leo.
Anasikia tickets zilikuwa
sold out msena ni 25 Gs.
Shout out to South
25 Gs 20K.
Amazing.
25 to 20K. Manze.
Amazing.
Watu wanafika bei huku nje.
So
shout out to them.
Hiyo kitu imenibamba sana. So hiyo kitu imeonyesha industry na grow kiplani.
Definitely.
Nimecheki stage ya Sake a few minutes ago vile inakaa.
Amazing. Nani amedu hiyo?
Ningependa kujua mwenye amedu hiyo stage and I hope it's a Kenyan manze. Unajua.
Hope so.
Na big up ule msee alishinda data anaitwa David nani? On a side note. Munyua, si ndio? Big up to you manze. Hatakuwa tunakujua but since umefanya kitu sasa tumekutambua msee, wewe ni champ. Sasa tukirudi kwa hii topic man. Nyinyi mnachiki industry kwa aje so far?
Naongelea local ama international?
Naongelea tuna discuss about our local industry leo. Wapi mvua imetunyesha, wapi jua iliwaka sana.
The good thing is watu wanaanza ku-embrace Kenyan music. Hadi ukienda maklabu siku hizi, it's mostly Kenyan music that's being played. Hiyo ndio tunafaa tu appreciate. Juu kitambo ilikuwa ni manaija na mabongo ndio zilikuwa zinachajisha sana. Lakini sasa hii naona watu wanaanza ku-embrace muziki.
Wewe unacheki the same mama? Jumi imefika point nashinda kusikiza ngoma za majuu honestly.
Like it's no longer relatable, and also our musicians these days write about our experiences. Like we are more vocal about the Kenyan experience.
Kenyan experience.
So yani the same satisfaction ningepata labda a rapper from Atlanta or a rapper from Kenya. The Kenyan rapper will most probably sing about things that I'm going through.
Definitely.
And so kwangu na feel tumefika kwa hiyo maturity yenye wasanii wetu sing about our experiences. You know what I mean?
Hiyo ni kitu fiti. So tumefika hiyo point ya kitu anaongelea tunaifeel, so ni rahisi kwa support in short. Juu hiyo concert manzima imekuwa sold out na chiki hizo ma tickets ziko zinaenda. Hizi ma die hard sijui 1500.
And the beautiful thing about Soulfest, najua itangi international artists.
By the way, come to think of it,
Kenyan artists not perform kwa hiyo stage.
Juu kina Nyash nimesikia reviews, unasikia ukilipia 25 Gs the ticket inakuja na bundle ya kila kitu, the whole experience. So kingi huko ndani, food ni free, drinks Heineken ilikuwa imesort if I'm not wrong na Sahara food imesotiwa pia kwa hiyo ticket. So hiyo ni VIP, hadi mna move, mnaambiwa sasa tutoke hapa twende huku, mnaenda mnaenjoy ngoma, mnaambiwa tutake a break, tuna change stage, wanasha light. Nimesikia Mwaf iko nini podcast shout out akiongelea inaonekana ilimbamba mbaya, alipata tickets mbili zile time ya mwisho, akamwambia mama hebu tuende mahali hapa nikushow. Kumbe it was a whole experience. So ndo nimeona actually the fact that Sauti Sol wameachieve kitu na pia another group yenye nimeona wana do their own shows ni Wakardinali. Wana do their own shows.
Experience, I think.
Wrong experience. Though nilisikia pia Skaki akisema wali canceliwa, acha niseme allegedly. Ati juu ya nini na nini vile walikuwa, but mimi sioni ka cancel culture inafai kuwa in our music right now. Tunafai tuache wasewaji express as much as possible.
Wali do to have them ati wanakuwa
ile story ya Tusker ama sijui ilikuwa nini, kudeuza EABL ama kitu kama hiyo allegedly. Kuna show fulani waliendanga hadi
so regardless of you selling tickets, pia promoters wana expect to conduct yourself.
Simesha niliona hadi there's this bamboo.
Do you think the same standards are put on people who bring larger numbers?
Interesting question.
If you see when what happened to
the promoters will put some strict guidelines on maybe an artist. Lakini ana bring millions and millions of fans, like
I don't think.
Like it's
I don't think
inamaanisha yani ukifika kiwango fulani
pia
the rules kind of
change rules kidogo.
Sasa mi kenye kwa ground mimi najua tunasikiza Kenyan music through YouTube. Sana najua Kenyans consume through YouTube. Sijui Spotify how strong iko, sijui Apple Music how strong it is, but swali yangu sasa, do we support our artists kama hizo mashow juu tunaenda kwa vio experience tujibambe, ama imefika point watu wananunua albums?
That's an ifiti you've gone there. I think it's high time sasa, since Kenyans washaanza ku embrace Kenyan music, we need now to support the Kenyan artists by actually buying the album. It goes a long way, by the way. Regardless where kumsupport YouTube, make sure I get views and everything, shows lazima target. Akiwatolea certain project, be ready ku support msanii.
But the hiyo ni kweli. Unajua, but kitu kingine yenye naona system zetu ziko there to enable to support huyo msanii, yani to support msanii na customer as in noi album, which system ndio unaweza sema in Kenya imetengenezwa for the msanii kuuza album yao.
Beast.Africa.
That's a good
saying. So kama ni msanii na watakuza ngoma zako,
go check it out.
End of visit Beast.Africa. Hapo unaweza sell your own songs and everything.
Big tunes.
Big tunes.
Sell it through M-Pesa. Tunaweza organize, unaweza get payouts, monthly payouts in fact.
Hiyo ni fiti sana. But
ingine ningetaka kusema pia, we cannot talk about the Kenyan music industry growing, the local industry growing, without talking about the community that also has heavily contributed to the growth, and that is the diaspora community. They are out there as ambassadors, you know,
of the Kenyan brand.
They are also in the entertainment industry out there. We have DJs who live outside Kenya, and the Kenya community at large.
The diaspora community
invite artists to go perform
many times.
They end up becoming a big player for an artist to be heard internationally. Like you find out you have fans in Australia. You have fans in North America. You know what I mean? It helps because that's going to be a Kenyan who maybe understands the lingo that you use. Maybe you introduce some Swahili with your music. You know what I mean? So the Kenyans in diaspora actually play a big
part in
big part.
Shout out to the Kenyans in diaspora for your nini. So these systems zenye tunatengeneza za ku support industry, there was a time Calligraph alilia play Kenyan music. Nakumbuka play Kenyan music because there was a time I think radio tuko nachezwa less than 10%. Unajua afu ilikuwa only a certain type of artists ndo anachezwa. Ilikuwa nganika kuna bottleneck hapo yenye hata sijui nita describe aje, nika iko na ile coke ya wine imefunika na itaki kutoka kwanza. Najua. So unaona hiyo system imechange siku hizi. Unasikizanga radio siku hizi ama radio is dead?
Unasikizanga radio and kuna ma blogger here and there. Nimekuwa nikiona wanaongea about the Swahili presenters. Swahili presenters are playing a lot of bongo music.
Swahili presenters
Yeah.
in Kenya.
In radio.
In Kenya radio
Yeah.
stations.
This
This is something I saw online. Just somebody talking about Kenya. Yeah, amesikia. And I also I came to realize that as a presenter, you're supposed to showcase the best there is.
There is, yeah.
Definitely.
Not the best that you think there
There
is.
is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's why you mentioned that. I don't know if you guys know Ebro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ibro TV.
Hot 97 in US. Ebro has been it has been noted that he ni kama alikuwa na gatekeep. Like there are many artists who wanted that opportunity. It's a big radio. Meaning that hii time manzaya kukuwa ni historia ya social media, radio was the thing.
Was the thing, yeah.
So msanii alikuwa anategemea DJ alikuwa
DJ.
anaitwa Ebro something, sio DJ something, alikuwa ni Ebro. I think you guys know him. But sasa watu kama I think Kenya, that's what might be happening. Watu wana gatekeep.
That's what I get.
Yeah. So as people as the radio stations keep gatekeeping, unapata wasanii ama hata mafans wanakuwa reluctant kusikiza radio.
Yeah.
Sema you'd rather just hata support msanii, you'd rather just go on YouTube
Usikize ngoma yake.
Sidhani kuna watu wanasikia radio siku hizi.
It's
It's a HBR manze, we miss those days, man.
manze, there was a time radio had a chokehold on each Kenyan household. Ungepata hata kwa nyumba moja kuna radio kaa 4. Brother mkubwa kona mama kona yake anaekanga kwa kitchen anasikiza station fulani yake. Mzee yako na yake yenye aishi kwangu na mtu kwanza apate betri ya iko ngori sana. Unapata bro mbigi ameshika kipalito zile za kuweka dini. Kila mtu yuko homeboys. Me remember when we used to go to school, tulikuwa na hizo palito unaweka una feature. Back then when I was in high school unapicha waya hapa. Alafu unakaa hivi ni kama ati unasikiza mwalimu ama kumbe sasa unasikiza tu ngoma.
Ukumbuka zile earphones zilikuwa na karaba ya red na ya blue. Side moja
red na blue.
Nyingine ni ya blue.
Hizo nilikuwa natumianga back then. Ma Walkman. Hata nimekumbuka hizo quality ziko zinaitwa Walkman. So sasa hizi umesema nini radio iko na decline.
Iko na decline to be honest. Hata ukiangalia hip hop. Ule presenter tulikuwa tunategemea as hip hop artist mwenye ataputa music out there. Unfortunately saya yuko. Which ni Ruby, Miss Ruby. Shout out to her. Yeye ndo alikuwa anatukuta hadi na kumka nimeenda HBR interview mara mob sana juu ya Ruby. Ruby alikuwa na make sure na put on artist.
Yeye ni poa sana. Na alikuwa na uncut.
Na alikuwa na uncut. Bado ako nayo actually. So right now I think hatuna mseto tunaweza sema. These presenters are out here putting artists on. Artists wa bora ingetu mneti ime trend nini radio, it's lazima ingia hapo katikati.
Actually when you think about it, hata ukiangalia mtu kama Toxic Dani radio ndio ilimtoa. All our new artists the last time radio broke an artist out. June mecheki squeezy most artists wana chase. Yes, wanaendanga for radio later on. Hata hizo interview for legitimacy nikaina kupata legitimacy fulani alienda hii radio fulani akainterview unajua maybe napatia mafano wako time ya kukujua pia wewe juu maybe wanakusikizanga through music pekee hajaipata time wa kujue ukiongea unafikiriangaje ukiuliza maswali what's your opinion on different points but saizi vile umesema radio iko na decline na so watu wana consume wapi music sana YouTube. Hiyo ndio swali lingine. Unaonanga YouTube naona 17-20 million views kwa hizi Kenya Kenya manze imeanza ku on the map.
Ile ngoma ya nani? Kuna artist anaitwa Okelo, Max Okelo.
Okelo
almost 17 million views.
Manze hiyo ni
organic views.
Alafu kinimeni bamba that's not I want the word tribal in a sound mbaya. That's it's a vernacular song. Thank you for that. It's a vernacular song. Unajua mimi hata nataka hiyo kitu. I remember yesterday kuna ngoma fulani ndio nawachezea Kisii ilikuwa ina bamba. Mimi nataka point ifike in Kenya. the music industry is concentrated in Nairobi. Ati what is Nairobi doing?
Yeah.
Ikwe that mtu wa ushago fulani akitoa ngoma ni Ibambe, we can play it in Nairobi. Yes, as we play this kwaitos atuelewi lugha, ngoma za Uganda na ija atuelewi lugha. Tuweze play za say watu wenye wanaelewa lugha maybe watakutranslate sema huyu msana anasema hivi.
Wallahi.
Sorry. But hiyo ikikuwa the culture that unasikiza unaenda klabu umesikiza ngoma za Kenya zimedunda ujaelewa maybe language less than maybe 10% ngoma za kwenyu zikichezwa zikawabamba kila mtu. I think hapo ndo utajua music yetu itaanza kuachieve more than what tuko naona. Juu saizi hiyo concept that we only have to do it from Nairobi, hiyo ndo inaribia the taste of the music that we can export out there.
Yeah,
because
we need to open up by the
we need to open up.
Tuanza kucheza watu wa Kakamega, watu wa wapi. You never know what sounds are coming from those areas. We love to explore to Jua.
If it's a hip hop radio, we have hip hop in different languages, Kenyan languages. Play those songs.
Play those songs,
yes.
for real.
If ni R&B radio, play R&B from different languages. And then from these processes tuna ensure that game yetu inapanda juu. If they start playing hizo wimbo za ushago, pia watakuwa naambiwa by the mix yenyu haikuwa poa, so hebu shikeni mix, ama vida zenyu azikai international, ngoma ni fiti, hebu tujaribu kudu a video in a different way, unajua. Na hiyo ita game yetu regionally. Sasa itakuwa ngoma zetu zina hit huko, hata ngoma yenye maybe kuhit Kenya sana huko nje ina do wonders, unajua.
As an artist ukiamua tu create your own fan base, na ukwe consistent na build now, so hata ikuacha kani shows weke ticket out, watu wana pull up. Kani album unataka kusupport
wata pull up
because you showed consistency.
Lakini pia kwa wasema pia wasanii na way they need to start learning how to protect themselves. Especially artists and people who are in the sports world. From they are called predatory media. Whatever stations. Like these people, there's predatory media stations and there's predatory brands. Whereby when you are struggling behind the scenes and when you have an idea that aligns with them, it doesn't matter how many times you knock their doors, they will never open for you. But the moment they see you shining out there,
now they want you.
Now that's when they see the alignment. I think that should come with a penalty. When I knocked, you did not open. Now that you want to open,
I won't be there.
Baby panda.
But they're not giving you. In fact, they're the ones now benefiting.
Baby panda.
Because before they felt it. You see, like this guy who was playing that. You see the same with our athletes. They are discovered by these top brands. Pretend they have discovered them and they start sponsoring. Well, when they really needed that help, nobody was there.
Unasikia David went for a fundraising because he couldn't get funds from the Ministry of Sports to travel to attend the champion. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow. Just wow.
The same with the other girl who was hugging the tree.
Yeah.
She was meant to do it in Brazil.
For real?
Oh, yeah. She was meant to do it in Brazil.
Okay.
And then she went to the ministry for
support.
They were like,
no.
It doesn't align with us.
It's very, very unfortunate.
Now it aligns with them now that she has broken a record.
Yeah.
But it's almost the
it
same
case. It should come
case.
with a penalty.
As
artists and athletes, always remember who opened the door for you.
And who did not.
Yeah, let them pay a certain. Maybe there need to be a commission that penalizes people. Because now they are riding on your success.
For real.
And rumor is that he won on 70M.
On 70M?
Big up to him, man.
For real. Facts. Facts.
Rumor is it was almost like how many nini ilikuwa manini kadhaa. It was almost like 800 pounds or 800,000 or 900,000 pounds.
Just a rumor. We're here to know how much.
We're here to know. It hasn't been disclosed, but shouts out to him.
I saw him hit a bullseye.
That guy's a beast. And you hear that he only practiced for 3 years.
I've ever seen that. The other place I've ever seen that is in a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And apparently there was a wasp that was dangling close to his eye. I don't know if it stung him. Hey, but that guy is a G. The aura. Nice. Yeah.
Sorry, I received just some text
But
hapa.
hopefully the music industry is going places. Tukiendelea vile
Tunaendelea.
tunaendelea, you're going to
I remember
going to
there
take over.
used to be Safaricom Live. Ilienda wapi? During Bob Collymore time there used to be Safaricom Live.
Where did it go?
Ilienda
I
wapi?
think we've attended Leo, remember?
Yeah.
The Jazz Festival. We've attended me and Leo.
Yeah.
So
One.
It was,
It was
a long time ago. Very
was
dope
good.
show. Yeah.
I think I was performing as well.
I heard
Yes.
it's coming
I
Ah.
was
back.
performing.
It's coming back.
It's coming
coming
back.
back.
Alright.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
hiyo ilikuwa imeanza kutufungulia milango that tunge export this music to regions that artists never thought before wangeenda kuperform. Mpata watu Pokot, najua such counties ilikuwa naenda kila county mahali na wana perform. That was so good manze.
For real.
It was like ilikuwa ni show ya kutravel, najua.
Yeah.
Afu I think Kenya SGA sikuwa iona during hizo mavitu. Safaricom Live pia ungekuwa na Safaricom Live kaile Coca-Cola Studios. During that time since wako na wasanii Kambogi Mumenda Place. Pia tuna record na tuna do show yenye na air manze. Ingekuwa inspiring even for the young artists wenye maybe wana come na wenye hata wenye wako unajua itawa show maybe some tricks nini za kumove along the industry. Siku hizi ma producers ni ngumu kupata kwa industry ka kitambo. Unajua kitambo there used to be very few.
Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, kitambo ilikuwa very very hard kupata producer.
Na
And
studio.
in fact you end up downloading beats. Yeah. Because umetafuta producer, kwenda kutafuta producer na kutisha do. Kwenda kwa studio lazima ukanje hiyo studio ndio get beats. So it was hectic. At least now I think there's easy access to beats. I think my brother Leo at that show.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah. I do mean being in the space, being in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell there's a lot more producers out there than before. Alafu unajua pia the technology now inasaidia.
Inasaidia.
Yeah, there was a time when if you're going to say you're a producer, you have to understand some sound engineering. You have to understand how you're going to deal with because you're recording on magnetic tape.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not digital. So you have to know how to manipulate the tape. You have to know how to cut or when to play. And essentially you're an engineer. You're an acoustic engineer. Yeah, but with technology making it easier and easier and easier. Even when I started, found myself using FL Studio, and FL Studio made the whole process way easier.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing producers work with AI.
Yeah.
And you can see somebody's catalog and you're like, yeah, bro, I mean, you did prompt it to generate that, but yeah, it's so easy now for people to get into the space and create the musical
Actually,
ideas
there's
that they
air
had.
music.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's nice.
Yeah, there was a time where you could just whistle or you could just play an instrument. That's the only way you could make music. But now, anybody
getting easy.
can just sit down.
Anybody has
and-
the interest.
And if you have something in mind, yeah, the technology is there to help you create it. So yeah, producers are everywhere. They're everywhere.
Inawasaidia.
Yeah.
Lakini mimi nakumbuka there was a time pia the gospel music industry was so ahead. Sometime back Ade walikuwa na Groove Awards
Yeah.
and everything manze
I
like
don't know what happened.
everyone used to listen to gospel in
Gospel.
Kenya.
Especially during this
Najua.
festive season.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't know what happened to the gospel
scene.
industry scene.
Because I remember even the artists. We know a few artists who were gospel artists, and
And
then
they had to
and then
switch
along the way.
Along the way.
They
Along
switched.
The way, yeah,
Yeah.
they switched up on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the gospel industry. But
It
do you
is.
know there was a time where people used to buy music in the sense that unakumbuka zile ma VCD. People used to buy music like that. Remember there was like a VCD with 20 gospel songs or a rumba mix or a hip hop 2020 something or something like that. Yeah, but with the use of smartphones now, we have our Spotify, we have YouTube. Our internet access has been increased greatly. With that means that business is not moving as much. You know what I mean?
the CD business.
The CD business is not moving as much. I remember going to Mudhurwa market.
To
Remember,
purchase CDs.
you go buy CDs.
Hip hop.
Some which you're not supposed to buy.
buy.
You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, put it in the comments. But there was a time it was a whole business. And the gospel industry used to really benefit from that. Because I remember I grew up in Komarok. We all grew up in Komarok. And I remember there was a time we were walking around and we saw somebody walking with a boombox. With his mixtape. With his mixtape in his hand, man, he's selling it, playing it out loud. These days you see nobody. Because the way we consume our music is different.
Very different.
And that also boils down to things like what Mr. Lawrence just said about predatory brands or business partners or something of the sort.
Who use
because right now for you to make money from your business, from your music, you need to know exactly where it's coming from. We're not selling CDs anymore. If you're streaming, what platforms are you streaming on? Okay, if you're generating content on social media and using your music to bring in fans, okay, which social media platforms are you working with? Who's your distributor? Okay, because recently I just saw another one from Rock Nation. Rock Nation just released another distribution platform. Comment the name on the comment section.
Mtu mwenye anaijua.
Put it up kwa comment section. Ama mimi nitaongeza hata. Lakini they are promising to distribute video, also distribute audio.
But where do
Like
they distribute the videos?
So now you see like what Vivo does. Something of the sort. So they put it on different video platforms. Not just YouTube. And I saw it, and I think that's where the industry is moving to. It's going to be very electronic and very not tangible. It's not Shika Kenya shillings, give me the tip. It could be more of downloading it, getting a link, accessing it through some different type of way. But for you to get that access, you have to pay for it. See, like a Netflix subscription, the way Spotify do it.
But
I think that's
let me
the
ask
future.
You, by the sport you mentioned, let me ask you, what if an artist maybe dropped an album and you have the option of getting maybe a vinyl or a physical copy as a souvenir, regardless of, you already bought the album online. I think that's what US is doing. The albums that they package them in a way that it comes with a vinyl and a CD. Because it's the dope that you can have something to show that I bought this album. This is it.
One question I'd like to ask. Do you think in most industries, especially hip hop, let me just cut it to a certain genre. I don't know about R&B, and lakini ngumu kwanza kudis mtu na unaimba R&B. I hate you. Doesn't sound good. But beef kwa industry yetu ya Kenya. There was a time Octo Calligraph thing happened. Who else?
Happened. I thought it's still happening.
It's still happening. It's
still on site.
Then
it's still on site.
no personal issues, but that beef is boring. Then if it's still going on till this day,
they need to give us
I don't see any value from that beef. If you can't make money from it, what are you making from it?
Subliminals. It's just filled with subliminals.
But I wish that as rappers especially, if maybe you want to beef with a fellow rapper and you're both at a certain level, if you could just come meet and agree, like you can instigate that beef. Maybe one of you is dropping an album. The cloud that's gonna come from the beef is gonna translate to
the
album sales. Or maybe if it's a video you're dropping. I wish if it could be like that, ingekuwa fiti sana.
So you know kitu naonanga like.
But it's beef.
Our marketing.
But it's people take it personal. You heard the time Octo was beefing with Breeder. Octo went to Breeder's hood with some guns in a car, kaingiza Breeder katikati.
Public information.
Anamuuliza unaongelea mzee wangu ka nani. So that's personal.
But I think this idea of beef, hooliganism, has been created by our politicians. It has also mutated to the art itself. So you find people are like, now if I am a celebrity and I'm beefing with another celebrity, it becomes a war between my fans.
And their
It's not
fans.
just a war between me and that particular person. It's also a war between
Fans, comment section.
me and the people I carry behind, him and the people they carry behind.
Yeah.
And it continues becoming a generational war. But now, at the end of the day, just like politics, the electorate do not do that, like they are the pawns, on this big game. And
Yeah,
just
but then
take
the-
people back on what Leo was talking about. There's something you were highlighting before you got into the beef conversation. And I wanted to talk about a particular book that I read. I don't know whether it's by Jeff Bezos. It's called Breaking Things Fast. This book is talking about how tech is taking over. And actually COVID had been predicted in that book. I actually read that book before COVID. And COVID happened. And since COVID, I've seen so many things that have happened. They said, in the future, right now the governments can tax people however they want, mercilessly. But each year the government is losing power and the government is losing revenue.
Yeah.
Why? Because we are getting to a point where the businesses will no longer require a permit to operate. And that's the case with businesses which are run digitally.
Yeah.
Like there are people who have online shops.
Yeah, like drop shipping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Like
no
drop
longer
shipping
need a
in
permit
Kenya,
to run an online business.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's why they are rushing to tax the internet, thinking that's where they're gonna get their money.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And we have a guest that just walked in. His name is Victor. He has some opinions to give about the topics that tumeongelea leo. So, Vicky, tuambie.
Yes, I'm Victor by the way. Watu wengi wananiita Telo.
Telo.
Watu wengi, yeah.
So, unaona industry yetu iko aje? Vile umekuwa
Kwa industry ya music.
ka fan by the way, wewe ukiongelea from a fans perspective.
Mi naona ina move fit. Kwanza Kenya tumeanza kwenda direction nyingine tofauti. Kama kuna wase hizi wase
actors.
Wameanza kutengeneza place wasanii wana perform zinatokea fiti kama juu. Unajua mbona wasanii wa majuu mbona wakamu huku juu stage zetu chini hadi ukiwa kwa hiyo kwa hiyo first sema usikii beat vizuri,
mixing iko mbaya
huko mbele, ndio maana hata nani bwana boy alikamna
mixer yake. Actually that mixer iliniliwa one in Kenya, niliona mse fulani aliambiwa.
It's an amazing mixer.
So vitu kama hizo unacheka wewe mse mwenye ali give it kuna hiyo mixer, it's for biz but ina help kushapen industry yetu kidogo. Unajua than vile ilikuwa constructed sana to one. Unapata hizo mixers za kitambo za church, watu wako wananisha maybe hata za church wanakuja nayo.
So ina expose audio engineers to new technology. Like now we have Kenyans who know how to operate it. Like there's a Kenyan who can go use equipment outside the country. You know what I mean?
But also as much as we need new equipment, you also have to realize Nigeria is an industry where artists buy everything. Like you'll find an artist buying a camera, high-end camera, in the name of reducing the cost of hiring.
Anaya kila mtu kwa stage yake, si ndio?
So it's also business today. Because our artists, all the entertainment industry should think in those lines, whereby we invest in new tech. People want new things. And when they are performing, they ask, what kind of whatever do you have? Even the agency. Like a new camera can come out today, even before it hits the market, and you are in an agency discussing about shooting a commercial. If you hear someone flying the idea of can you shoot with this camera? Just to prove to you that he knows.
He knows
And also they want to be proud that their ad was shot with a particular camera. So I think we should move with times.
I've seen it even with a lot of artists. Like right now, you can't work with an artist who wants to do a music video and you're not shooting in 4K. If you're not shooting in 4K, nobody wants that business because it's yeah, I understand what you mean.
Lakini that's good because it makes the industry tunapanda bei.
Tunapanda
bei.
Hopefully by the events zote ngetaka quality iko standardized. There's no way kama msanii naenda perform, that is my work, nimepanda hapo stage, it being my office, ni perform afu mwenye nimekam performia niski. You know how frustrating it is. You end up losing your voice by the time you're finished with that performance. So it should be standard. I like what Soulfest is doing. Their sound is perfect.
I think pia the first person mwenye atatengeneza practice stage, which is talking about standardization, a practice stage yenye hiyo ndio itakuwa like a standard for Kenyan sound vile ina feel kwa nini hiyo yenye place watu wako wanaendanga practice. Like I saw for this Soul Generation no Soulfest thing, they practice for 4 months just to be on stage to perform 4 songs per artist. So you practice for 4 months. Fans don't know
how hard it is.
Yeah. People go out and
countless hours of rehearsals upon rehearsals. So if you see BN on that stage performing the way he's performing, he took a lot of hours of practice. So you need to respect that guy. That's his job.
Everybody sing. Remember that thing?
Tukawa Kenya tunafaa tu support music ya Kenya. Music ya Kenya inaenda mbali. Acha kuimba vitu ati sijui nini about sex sana. Imba kitu ina make lifestyle ya msea feel, ina make sense vitu kama hizo.
Bwana uzuri wa usanii.
Lazima uwe na manager mfiti tu. Kama ugrow na huyo manager, ukigrow na manager.
But uzuri wa usanii unajua ina filter. Msanii is very unpredictable. There's no utaka hivi chini udictate msanii Kenya atadu na Kenya hatadu. Every time hata Leo anaweza kushow, every time atanchezea beat, he does not expect anything. I can do anything na itabidi tu ame go with it.
Talking about
because it's a craft that I've worked on. Na hiyo ndo nimeshowcase. Unanipata?
You remember Skiriri Book?
That does not discriminate.
Exactly.
Represent everyone. Sorry to say that. Kuna mtu anapenda sex
so na hata bien you say it. Manze ana live free. He's a free spirit. Na bado anapiga wera. Si ati ako cancelled or anything because of his lifestyle.
But shout out to Nandi Mukame. Sinaona
trending song.
True.
Shout out to you banza. Hiyo ni fiti sana imekuwa.
That song ndio nimeanza kushangaa kwani Wakenya wanasikia.
Wakenya wameanza kusupport music.
Ngoma ilikuwa very interesting. I didn't
different type of
Swahili song.
Very anaitwa Pepela.
Pepela.
Ngoma iko na likelihood ya kuhit. Tumwambie ama tumshow ama
shukuru. Tumpe tusimpe. Ngoma ni noma sana. Actually inahitaji even a dance video and everything. Najua. Hiyo ni fiti. Kuna promoters kitambo watu wanatataja promoters wa shows and everything. From their side tumeongelea from the radio side, studio side. So unataka from promoters side una feel like kuka as a artist mwenye ana come up kwa industry ya Kenya. Anapata space ku perform.
That's a good question. Easy platforms in fact.
Artist mwenye julikani, do promoters promote this unknown artist? Wa cut and raise and everything. Ama pia wana chase, wanangoja wewe ufanye kazi uhit kidogo. Ama do they still make big hit no superstars?
No.
That's a good question.
So nasikia Nyasha akisema ati sisi wa Kenya tuna support Bongo na Nigerian. Alafu ukifika huko sisi wa Kenya, ukiuliza mtu Dream, who's Dream Sonoi, huko hawakujui. Na vile sisi tuna support mseo Ushago kwao, kama Madam Boy ni wao Ushago. Kwa lakini ana hit. Sasa sisi mbona tu
so
chance.
So I think hata promoters what they look for, you have to have some sort of traction for them to bring you kwa stage yao.
Yes,
and Kenani Boy, it's hard peer for maybe an upcoming artist to get in contact with those types of promoters those could get to perform. Just upcoming artist atamwambia atakama I'm sure mimi nataka perform atakasi in attraction hivyo, I have good music, I'm very skilled at what I do. But promoter atamuuliza hebu nione channel yako what have you uko na any traction
nini
inafaa wape us opportunities
kama mademo wako na shida hata siku hizo wanaume pia wako na shida kuna mtu anataka kukubomoa nyuma
manzejo
what is
watu wanakula kila kitu siku hizi
manze ndo mtu akusaidie
kama mademo wengi wanaweza ongea where they have nilisikia kuna demo nilisikia msanii akisema pia Kenya kuna DD files
by the
famous tu alisema hivyo pia Kenya kuna DD files na tunafaa tuanze kuzifungua kama producer hawa
tumeweka notice
ni ma producer bado moja kitambo
ni ma producer ni masanii ni madancer
acha niwaambie mbona mko
kila mtu
ni kila mtu hiki tuko kila mahali mazejo
acha niwaambie mbona mko guilty way back 2015 nikirecord my first mixtape nilikuwa nimepanga session kwa ile studio nakumbuka
Young Prophecy
Young Prophecy nikidio mixtape so nimepanga session na producer ameniambia hii time ka mimi ni very diligent so nikafika studio mbio kuna jua imenichoma manzejo can't wait kufika studio at least ni relax kufika hivi studio nimenock na shanga bro napiga mse ashiki sasa siwezi rudi mtaani so acha nikaa hapo kando ni at least ni kae kwa shade nikirelax ni monitor nikao mse nyeka maybe naweza kuwa ametoka nimekaa hivi after like 20-30 minutes naona producer hapo na kadema ametoka
tukana kabadi
anambia bro nakupigia hadi sikumuuliza nikajua tu wewe
sasa vile
ulikuwa unafanya huko
alirudi ama alirecord
walizidi hadi mimi kabidi nimezidi mtaa
production
so it happens bro
akana produce
kuna guest vile Luka Funky
unashanga nuka aje jo
manze
if
you know manze mcomment hapo mtuambie what your options opinions kawa ni msanii una come up kwa industry na unatafuta place ya kuita home ama kitu kama hiyo visit beast.africa hapo unaweza kuwa home
or even pia they can follow us on all social media platforms at Beast Media Limited. That's on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, IG. Do DM to tubonge.
Hii episode ilikuwa yenyu DM by the hapo vile umesikia umesema Beast
Media Limited. Beast Media
Limited.
LTD. Beast Media Ltd.
Yes, on all social platforms,
all
right?
All social platforms.
Muingie hapo mchapiane if you need some help or some advice nini kitu yote tu
artist management
videos
audio recording and I'm saying professional audio and video recording
visit Beast Media soon mtatuona kwa hii industry na nikisema soon maybe ni next year mtatuona and this is the 1963 podcast nimefurahia
sign out remarks from everyone from you.
I'm saying from my point of view hii system ya Kenya inaendelea kuwork na msupport shout out
check I mina know what to say right now Seki accent yangu imeishia hapo lakini mimi nilikuwa tunataka kusema I'm part of the music industry and I enjoy making music. Mimi nilikuwa naongea kuhusu the music industry. Mimi napenda kutengeneza muziki. Na nimegundua watu wengi wanaiona kama cash grab. So I can be rich from making music. And mimi naweza kwambia okay, if that's the path you want to take, hautakuwa satisfied. You'll always be chasing the highest amount of Kenya shillings. You know what I mean? Leo jana ulipata mita, kesho unataka 5. Hivyo utashinda tu kichase. Lakini if you're doing it wholeheartedly ile kutengeneza muziki, I can assure you itakuwa a very fulfilling career.
For real.
Yeah, utakuwa na ile satisfaction at the end of the day unasema you know what? I did that and it was amazing. It made somebody smile, it made somebody feel something. Yeah, and for me that's what it's about.
Na mwendelee kujibamba at home. Mmesikia vile tumeongea hapa. See you on the next podcast manze.
You can play music but do not play with music.
Hey.
Music ni kitu powerful.
Some deep shit.
It's very powerful. Otherwise watu wakwe safe, happy holidays.
Na mimi kitu ningetaka kusema on that side note, if you see an artist knocking at your door, kindly hold mkono yake. Usigonje wakati ya kwa limelight ni unasema no msee alikam. To be that person who held that person's hand, na ukamsaidia that time alikuwa anataka usaidizi. So that you also become part of the winning team. If you don't, you become part of the losing team. Nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good night.
Cheers, man.